Hi guys, this is organic nomenclature and we will be naming amino acids. So amino acids have a general formula having a carbon atom on which we have a COOH and an NH2 group attached, both of them being functional groups. We've got a hydrogen attached to the third position on the carbon atom, but the fourth position on the carbon atom is where there is a difference in all amino acids. So in total, there are 20 naturally occurring amino acids which are categorized based on the different nature of the R groups. So the three categories of amino acids are non-polar, polar, and electrically charged. We are going to be naming all of these one by one. So we start with the non-polar amino acids. Now, amino acids also have a general name and they've got an IUPAC name as well. So we are going to include both names. So all the amino acids that we are going to deal with have a general name. So we are going to deal with glycine, we are going to deal with alanine, we are going to deal with serine, we are going to deal with aspartic acid, and we are going to deal with lysine. Now, these are the general name of amino acids. Once the structure is drawn, we can actually give them their IUPAC names. So, moving from the general name back to their structure. So, the structure is the same for all of them, except for the R group. So, H2N, C, COOH, and H. This is common for all of the amino acids. The only difference being the R group, and the categorization of the amino acids is based on that R group only. So if it is polar, that means the R group has a polar nature. If it is non-polar, that means the R group has a non-polar nature. And if it is electrically charged, now electrically charged here refers to the presence of either the COOH functional group or the NH2 functional group in the structure of the amino acid at the position where the R group is present. So you can say that electrically charged amino acids will have an additional COOH or NH2 group present in their R groups. That is the categorization of such amino acids under the heading of electrically charged amino acids. So now let's draw their R groups. So for glycine, the R group is a hydrogen atom. For alanine, the R group is a CH3 group. For serine, the R group is CH2OH. For aspartic acid, the R group is CH2COOH. And for lysine, the R group contains CH2, 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 and then NH2. It has got an NH2 group in the R group. So aspartic acid having a COOH makes it electrically charged, and lysine having an NH2 group makes it electrically charged. Now, the reason that it is electrically charged is when these groups will carry a charge. So COOH will carry a negative charge and NH2 will be converted into NH3 positive when it carries a charge. So that is why they're called electrically charged. Now, the next thing we need to do is give them their IUPAC names. So, beginning with glycine, since we start with the carboxylic carbon, so the numbering would be 1 and 2. And we need to remember here, look at the general structure. This carbon atom, where both the functional groups are directly attached, is also known as the alpha carbon atom. This is just to identify the carbon on which both the functional groups are directly bonded. So, in glycine, we've got two carbon atoms present, making it ethanoic acid. And on the second position, we've got an NH2 group. So the name of glycine under IUPAC naming system would be 2-amino and ethanoic acid, 2-amino ethanoic acid. For alanine, we have 1, 2, and 3. This is a continuous chain. So the R group is part of the continuous chain, making it propanoic acid. So the name of alanine under IUPAC naming system is 2-amino propanoic acid. Moving on to serine, 1, 2, 3. We've got three carbon atoms. 2 has an amino group on it, 3 has a hydroxy group on it. A is given preference over H. So the name of this compound would be 2 amino 3 hydroxy. And since there are three carbon atoms, so propanoic acid. Next, we've got aspartic acid. Aspartic acid has, if we start from this end, 1, 2, 3, and 4 carbon atoms. And if we start from the other carbon atoms, so we will have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now the preference would be given from the carbon atom in blue as being the first carbon because the substitute group has the least number given to it. So it would be 2 amino if we start from the blue COOH, and it would be 3 amino if we start from the red COOH. So we will start numbering from the blue COOH because that gives a lesser number value to the position of the NH2 group. So the name of this compound would be 2 amino, and since there are two COOH group present, so the name would be butane written completely. Then we give the position of the carboxyl group. It would be 1 comma 4, and then dioic acid. So that is the IUPAC name for aspartic acid. Finally, coming to lysine, we begin with the COOH group, and the counting goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we've got amino groups present on the second and the sixth carbon atom. So the name of lysine would be 2, comma 6 diamino. And since the carboxylic acid has six carbon atoms present on it, it would be called hexanoic acid. And this is how amino acids are named.